Okay. I think everything is running smoothly now. All right. Can everybody hear me okay? Let me know in the chat box. Can y'all hear me? All right. I'm going to wait just a few more minutes before I begin. Excuse me. God, I wish we could get over this stupid whatever it is. We have some announcements to make for new stuff that's going on and old stuff that we're bringing back that I'm excited for. I'm going to wait just a few more minutes and let anybody that wants to come in get here. I just now shared the link. And any of you that are watching, if you can hear me okay, give me a thumbs up. Okay, great. Tech support says she can hear me. I feel like I should play the Jeopardy music. Do, 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 do. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and begin. Let's start with Tuesday Tarot. Tuesday Tarot is coming back. That's where we meet in a Zoom room group, find your soul tribe kind of stuff, right? And you get get your tarot or your psychic reading for the week ahead. If you have a specific question, you're welcome to, ask on that instead of just a general. And we do that Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. Central Time, from 7 to 9 Central Time. You're welcome to pop in anytime after we start and leave anytime you need to. You don't have to stay for the whole 2 hours. So the tickets for those events are on sale at the website now. And it is a sale price because it is less than half the price for a typical 30-minute reading with me. So it is a discounted price, but it's a great way for all of us to be able to get together and have that community, that camaraderie, if you will, between people. And I did this, I think I started it like 6 years ago, and it lasted for 3 or 4 years, but then life got really busy and I had to cancel that event because I didn't have time for it. And now I am blessed to have the time and the circumstances to offer this again. And so I welcome everyone to join and be part of the Soul Tribe and have your reading and make new friends and meet up with old ones, because I'm sure there'll be some people that were there before that'll show up again, because it was a really great, fun time for all of us. We all really enjoyed it a lot. So again, the tickets are on sale for that, and I think it's like $22 to show up for the Tuesday Tarot, which again is super cheap, And if you can't make it one week, that's okay. You can skip a week, whatever. Skip a month if you need to. But the tickets will always be there for you to be able to have that discounted rate to come in and hang out with us and get some clarity, right? Gain your clarity about things. Now, I'm also doing a raffle ticket. So how we're gonna do the raffle tickets is that for a low price, you purchase the tickets. You can buy as many as you want. And we will do a monthly drawing here on the Sunday Service Live once a month, first Sunday of every month. And actually, I'm going to, depending on how many people are in it, I'm probably going to draw more than one ticket number for the win. If it goes over good, we're going to do several drawings on the same day. And if you win the drawing, you can have your choice of full-size products from the store of the Healing Helpers, which includes salves and ointments for all sorts of things that ail you, for aging skin, specifically for eyes. There's a cream that's just for your eyes. And I make all of these products myself, 100% holistic, homemade, all natural ingredients that are also safe. We also have a new lip balm, which is coming to the store as of this week, and candles. So along with that, we also have sleep sashes for insomniacs, and we also have a bed sash that has essential oils and stuff in it that are good for colds and flus. So it'll have things like oregano oil in it, which is very good to breathe when you are congested in your head or your chest, either one. And it's also antimicrobial and antifungal and anti everything, pretty much, viral, bacterial, all of those things. So it's really great to have that in a bed sash, a sleep sash, so that you can sleep with it. And you can even like tie a string around it and wear it on your chest if you want to, because they're a little small sash, or you can put it right underneath of your pillowcase sleeve so that you can breathe it near your face. So that, and the candles that are made of 100% beeswax that I also make by hand, will be part of the things that you can win in the raffle. Or you can choose one of 3 services, which will be a 30-minute reading, a soul path activation, or an energy body scan and consultation for how to remedy your illnesses or what ails you. So again, the raffle tickets are on sale on the website, and that's going to be a fun thing for me to do. That's a way to help give back and to get my products out there and let you try some of them, because everybody knows word of mouth is the best way to advertise, right? And I don't like paying the big people to do advertisings and stuff. So I'd rather do word of mouth anyway. Okay, so we've got that. And then also we're doing the call-in show. So if anybody wants to call in and get advice for literally anything, if it's health advice, holistic advice, psychic advice, whatever, we're doing that for free today. Totally for free. So if you want to call in and ask me any questions, get some advice from me, the phone number to do that is pinned in the comments. And I want to speak to my subscribers and my audience. First and foremost, I want to thank the people that have been with me for years. I've had this YouTube channel for about 7 years, and I still have a lot of dear friends now. They're my dear friends now because they were a subscriber early on when I first started. And you've watched me grow and learn and be brave enough to do this whole video camera stuff. And you're always kind and generous to me. And I want to just thank you for that. It truly means the world to me. And to all of my new people, welcome to you as well. I am very blessed to be able to do what I'm doing and share this message with all of you and help make our world a better place. So I am immensely grateful to all of you. Truly. I wanted to kind of mention a lot of my newer subscribers came from the Jeff Mara podcast, from seeing me in that interview. And so I just sort of wanted to address a few of the things about that interview that got cut out and ended up on the editing room floor, so to speak. Because there were some snarky comments and some attacks against me, calling me a fraud or a liar, which I am not. People that know me know that I don't speak on anything unless I know it with 100% assurity. And like even things that intuitively come to me or are channeled through me, I will do my damnedest to fact check them because I don't like to misrepresent or misspeak on anything. But I feel like if the interview hadn't have gotten edited the way that it did, a lot of what I had actually said in the interview could have explained a lot of these questions that made people want to doubt me. And, personally to watch the interview and to know that I did explain myself and I did provide evidence and documentation that was actually omitted from the interview. I can totally understand why some people wouldn't want to believe me. And so I just wanted to speak on that a little bit. And he had his own reasons, I'm sure, for editing the way that he did. It's his channel and he can certainly do whatever he wants with his interviews and his video editing. I'm not speaking negatively toward Jeff at all. I am grateful and deeply appreciative for the opportunity to have been on his show. I watch a lot of his podcasts myself. And in a way, I can kind of understand like the stuff about my dad's role within the CIA and working with the Black projects. I can understand why he may not want that on his show because that's not what his show is about. But in order to help people to understand better who I am that is part of my story. And um, I feel like there's a lot of people in the alien abduction uh, circles who know about the Men in Black, but don't completely understand what that is all about. And I actually have a piece to that puzzle to offer further understanding that was cut out of that interview. Um, because you see, my dad was actually one of those quote unquote Men in Black type people, but he was one of the factions that he was the faction that broke away from the CIA because they didn't, he and a group of others didn't approve of the MK Ultra stuff that they were doing to the children. And so they broke away from it, and they actually ended up um, trying to beat them to the punch, if you will, to get to the people that were witnessing or experiencing these UFOs and stuff to warn them to be quiet because they could be in danger. And so that's why you hear of these cases like with Project Blue Book, and people would say that two different sets of government type officials had visited them because they were trying to warn the people to be quiet and to be careful because they know what kind of danger you could be in if you know too much. And as I said in my interview, my dad raised me to be very careful and quiet and not say too much. So that's why I just started speaking out publicly within the last 7 years. And it took me literally 7 years to be bold enough to speak my truth and my story to the public because of being conditioned to be careful who I tell and when, and the reasons why, for that. But as a child, I was part of the GATE program, GATE, the Gifted and Talented Education Program for children. And um, I feel like my dad had a hand in that. I feel like he was not just trying to help me to hone my own psychic abilities, but all of the gifted children um, to prevent them from ending up in some of these MK Ultra projects. Because a lot of what they did in MK Ultra was really terrible. And I can speak from experience with the GATE program that it wasn't terrible at all. It was mysterious sometimes. It was strange sometimes. It was weird. We didn't really understand why these men would stand there so quietly. But in hindsight, I understand now that they stood watching us to protect us, to keep us safe. Um, my brother and I both were in the GATE program, and we learned several different types of psi ability techniques, telekinesis, uh, telepathy, clairaudience, clairsentience. All of that was enhanced and exercised because all people are born with these abilities. But if you're in those type of programs or even in the classes that I offer to people now, you can learn how to hone your own gifts and really tap into them and exercise them to where they're very strong, and then they just happen naturally. Because like with anything else, it's a muscle, and if you don't use it, you lose it, right? So I wanted to explain that part of this as well. Um, Also, the question about AI really kind of threw me. I don't understand what everybody's weird fear with AI is because it's just an algorithm. It's not something that can hurt us. Um, so I just want to be clear about that because there really isn't anything to fear about AI other than it telling you the truth about what humanity is putting out there on the internet. And if there's more hate and more anger and more ugliness being spewed, than there is love and light and growth and morals and values and things like that, then that's what AI is going to uh, collect the data on and computate back to you. So it truly is just a gauge for us to see where we are collectively. And this is part of how I know for sure that we have hit that tipping point or that turning point now, because you see so many people that when they talk to their chat GPT or whatever, they're asking about spirituality, they're asking about collective consciousness, they're asking about this beautiful evolution that we're transitioning through right now. And there's a lot more of that in the algorithm, if you will, than the doom and gloom and the ugliness, even though that is still very much alive. And I witnessed it firsthand in some of those comments on Jeff's channel. um, Also, I didn't understand why he chose the title that he chose. To me, it made it sound more doomsday and, fear based. And I'm not that person at all. That's not my character or my intention or my purpose in anything that I do. If you watch my channel, you'll see me be silly. You'll see me be serious. You might see me cuss like a sailor, but you're never going to see me trying to instill fear or anger in anyone, because that's just not who I am. And that's not what this message that I'm here is all about. So I was really kind of bummed about the way he chose to title it too. Um, and also the documented proof that I did have that he asked me to make a list of and bring forth for the interview wasn't um, shown in the video, including the downloaded languages of the Council of Nine that I have in my possession, that actually one of my daughters channeled through the Council of Nine. So I don't know why he cut those type of things out, but I wanted to make mention that I did bring a list of documentation, including medical documentation. Um, and in that medical documentation, and if you're if you've been a subscriber of mine, you already know these stories, you know the facts behind them. But just for all of the new subscribers, I'll do a brief recap, because I came close to death with a miscarriage in 2009 and was bleeding to death. And there were no doctors to help. There were only nurses, because I was at a little small town hospital and the doctors don't stay there. They don't stay there on call. So they had to call somebody in. And in the meantime, I was bleeding to death and my blood pressure flatlined. And when it flatlined, I realized that I need to do something to stabilize myself until the doctors could get there. So I was the one that focused my thought and my consciousness on raising my blood pressure back up, and actually raised it too high. I made it spike really high, which freaked them out even more because then they thought I had blood pressure issues and I don't. So then I lowered it back down. I asked them what the number was. And when they told me what the number was, then I just focused on bringing it down to the number that I knew was a good range, which was around 140, even though that's a little bit high too. I'd rather have it a little bit high than, too low or flatlined, because that certainly didn't feel very good. So I stabilized my blood pressure and held it there and maintained it until the doctor could get there to assist me and stop the bleeding. And it was a horrific hemorrhaging. I was literally blowing blood clots out of me the size of my kidney. It was absolutely frightening. There was so much blood coming out of me, and my body was trying very hard to coagulate and, keep that from happening. But nevertheless, it happened, and it did result in the loss of a child. But I survived it. And I fully believe that I wouldn't have if I didn't already have the knowledge um, to know that I could help myself in that moment. And we all can do this. We can absolutely all do this. Um, I taught my children even how to believe in the power of thought, just like Jesus. You know, Jesus said that we could go forth and do the same great works as him and more. And he meant it. He absolutely meant it. And he was trying to teach us a very valuable lesson about who we truly are as a human being and this soul that we are. We are miraculous beings because we're part of the same family as him. And in my early 30s, I started really putting this to a scientific test. Um, we had a farm and we had 41 baby chickens that had drowned in the rain while we were gone to the store. They had gotten out and drowned. And when we came home from the store and ran to check on them and saw that they were out and they were all laying lifeless, my little girl at the time and I gathered up all 41 baby chickens, took them inside of the shop, wrapped them all up in a towel together, and immediately started putting our healing, reviving energy into them. And slowly but surely, one by one, all 41 chickens came back to life. And all we were doing was putting our energy into them, healing them, bringing them back to life. We weren't touching them, we weren't doing anything to stimulate them or revive them in any way other than our thought energy, which is very real and very powerful. Um, so then I went on to explain that I have also done this for 3 dogs and 2 of my cats who were very badly injured and passed away. And the thing um, with death is that it's not an irreversible condition if you are there right away. Now, some would argue that Jesus raised Lazarus back from the dead 3 days after he died, which is true, according to the Bible. But I'm not there yet. So I'm not saying that it isn't possible. I'm just saying that I too still have limits that I haven't worked out moving beyond. But the most incredible thing that was documented by 11 specialists, an ER doctor, several nurses, was when my firstborn was 10 years old and she was in a car wreck with my mom. And they were T-boned in the side that my little girl was sitting on. She had a brain injury, brain hemorrhaging, internal bleeding. Her femur was broke and she was bleeding inside of her thigh. She had organ damage, organ failure. Everything on the right side of her body was broken. She was horrific, absolutely horrific. And they couldn't stabilize her to even put her on a helicopter to get her to the children's hospital in the next city, the bigger city. So that doctor at the ER told me to come and tell her goodbye. And in that moment, I dropped to my knees and I yelled to God and I said, "Show me what to do. You can't have her yet." And very loudly and very clearly, God said to me, "You already know what to do, but you have to do it with zero doubt." So I got up and I walked into that room that she was in, where all of the machines were screaming flatline sounds, heart rate, blood pressure, everything flatlined. And I laid one hand on her navel and the other hand on her forehead. And I promise you, it took everything in me not to see what was right in front of me and to focus on what I did already know. It was the hardest thing I've ever done. But I started focusing my thought energy into her to see her breathing life, her heart beating, her blood pressure coming back online, stabilizing, functioning. And within a few minutes, the machines began to beep. And the doctor yelled at me even and said, "What in the world are you doing?" And my husband at the time said, "Shh." And they all stood there quietly and watched me bring her back. And I don't say that lightly. I'm not some crackpot. I'm not delusional. I have witnessed the power of our Creator working through us. After I brought her back to where she was stable, they could put her on the helicopter and they got her to the special hospital for children. 11 specialists were assigned to her. One for her brain, one for her organs, one for the bones, like that. Within a few hours, they all called me into a meeting to tell me that with all of their expertise, at best, she was going to live 24 hours because of the extensive damages. And I said, "Well, you're not right." She survived 24 hours. And they came back the next day and they said, at best, she's going to live 48. And she lived for 48. Then they said 72. After she was surviving another 3 days there, a full 3 days, they said, well, at best, she's going to be a vegetable because we're not seeing any brain function yet. And I said, well, she's in a coma. You're not going to see a lot of brain function. She's in a coma. But she's going to be okay. I know it. And they just thought I was crazy. They thought I was delusional. They thought I was this mother that could not accept their truth. But who I am is a mother who wouldn't accept what they were saying because I didn't care how much of an expert they thought they were. I heard God. I knew what God said. And I knew what I've been taught so that I could teach it to others. And I walked in that faith. And every day I continued to heal her, continued to give her my energy, and she continued to improve. This child went from being, she's going to die, at best she's a vegetable, being in the ICU, to a regular room, and then to rehab, and then home within 3 weeks. 3 weeks, she was home. In a walker. She was using a walker because her femur was broke. But she walked in our door. They also told her she would never have children because of this car wreck. She's 36 years old now. She has 3 children of her own. She graduated from high school as the valedictorian and with high honors. So that's when I got my tattoo that says "Just Believe." Because with zero doubt, we truly can heal each other, this planet, anything. We can part storms to protect people. My young children do this. I have 7 kids total. My 9 and 10-year-old can part a storm without me because it's just thought. It's thought. Thought is powerful. We do not realize how powerful we truly are and how much we really do create on a daily. And these are things that were in my interview that were removed that are very important, crucial, vital to who I am and the message that I am here to share. The focus should not be on how often do I see UFOs or how often I see my starseed family, my star family. Though those things are important and they are valid questions, and I'm happy to answer them. The focus here is supposed to be on who we are. And all of you realizing how incredible and beautiful you really are. This society doesn't teach you that. It teaches you that you're less than, that you're limited, that you're beneath something or someone. You're the Creator's children. There's nothing above you except for the controllers that now rule our planet, but not for long. Society doesn't encourage children who remember their past lives or that see the ghost or aliens. They don't encourage that. They dismiss it. They downtrot it. They make fun of it. They take it for granted. They teach the children that they have vivid imaginations or they're a liar. Unless you're one of the few fortunate ones like me. Because my parents didn't do that. My parents saw this gift that we all have. They saw it. And they kind of had a jump on it because they both came from pretty incredible families who already believed in energy healing and things beyond our world, you know? So I was one of the fortunate few. But I know that insult that adults will put on you. I know it really well. I know the hate that other children will send your direction because you're different, because they're raised in that society where you shouldn't believe. And when Jesus says that we should see through the eyes of a child and have that childlike wonder again, that's where the magic is. Because when you're curious and you're excited, that power behind your creativity is amplified. And there's a lot to be excited about. We just aren't being allowed to know that. My favorite quote from Einstein is that the intuitive mind is a sacred gift, and the logical mind is its faithful servant, its helper. Yet we have created a society that honors the servant and has forgotten the gift. It says it all right there. That says it all. Because if our society was different, if the way we raise our children and embrace their wisdom and their knowledge that they come here with, we wouldn't have angry adults. We wouldn't have emotional baggage. We wouldn't have all of this hate and division the way that we do now. And I do see a day that all of that changes. But it starts with us, the light workers, the star seeds, the volunteers, the people that are awakening, not woke, awakening to who we truly are, ending division, changing social norms into something that's beautiful and comfortable in a good way. Values, morals, compassion. You don't turn the other cheek to people that are vile. Jesus didn't come here to turn the other cheek. He upset the tabernacle tables. True story, look it up. He said, I come here with a mighty sword. He wanted to give the power back to the people. And they silenced him. And then they rewrote history. Does that sound familiar to anybody? They do that all the time. They always have, ever since they've been here. Who are the they I refer to? Some call them archons. Some call them Draco. Some just call them reptilians or Lizzie people. Some call them Jinn. Born of the plasma. Created to serve man. To be a helper to man. Who vilely hated that. And they have no creative ability. They don't know how to find love in their heart. They feed off of fear, anger, division, depression. And once we raise the vibration of this collective, they won't be able to exist in our realm. So we don't have to wait for aliens to come and take them away. We don't have to have two Earths, one where we live and one where they live. Because we create our timeline. We create our future. And when we don't give them the thought and the focus, and we focus on what we want, what we deserve, what the children deserve, all of that other bullshit fades away. Now, something else I want to address from some of those comments on the interview that I did with Jeff. Apparently, some people have this illusion that if you're a starseed or a light worker, that you must be a saint or an angel. And I would even call myself an earth angel. But when you're earthbound and you're raised in this same density, you're going to go through the same things that everyone else does. Yes, you may be able to rise above it easier than others, but it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt any less or confuse you any less at times or any of those things. We all had to learn to navigate this. And all of the true starseeds, they know this to be true. Starseeds know that. We don't have an easy time of it. We don't have a perfect life, and we are damn sure not saints. And you can think what you want of me for cussing like a sailor, but I like colorful words. And sometimes Cuss words are good color. Also, speaking of color, let me also clarify one more thing because there was a lady that made a comment when I said that Pleiadians look just like humans, except they're the epitome of perfection of a human. It had nothing to do with their skin color, their eye color, or their hair color. It was about their physique, their morals, their abilities, their capacity to love and have compassion. They are the epitome of a human. And they come in all colors, all hair colors, all eye colors, and even different skin colors. Some of them are even like a pale blue. So let's just get that out of the way too, because I am the least racist person in the world. I was a child that was raised in a town that was still segregated and would get on my soapbox and fight for people to be treated fairly as a little kid. Instead of going and hanging out with my friends, I would have preferred and often would go and sit on a drainage pipe and cane pole fish with this beautiful old soul named Mr. Grady. I spent many of my summer days cane pole fishing with him and singing folk songs because he felt like my people. He had a soul, he had compassion. And a lot of these other people that I knew, they didn't. They were fake, they were liars, they were cheaters, they were stealers. They had no morals, but they would go to church on Sunday and profess their sins and lo and behold, be forgiven. Also, they could start fresh for another week. So I took great offense, even though she doesn't know me, to being compared to people who are judgmental and racist. And that's not just white people. All colors of people are capable of being racist. But I am not one of them. So I just wanted to clear that up as well. The people that know me, they know that I can be fierce for what I believe in. But they also know that I'm very tenderhearted. And I really needed to address some of these things because they attacked my morals and my character. And that matters to me deeply because I am not a judgmental person. I needed so much full acceptance from someone else that I always offer it to everyone. So I needed to state those things and make that clear. I'm going to breathe for a minute. And if anybody wants to call in for any advice or anything, the phone lines are open to do that. Read what's in my chat. I just want to thank all of you for being here and all of the beautiful comments that are in the chat. I promise you, I will not be silenced or stopped from giving you back your power. That is my mission, and I will succeed because we deserve it. We all deserve a better world. Thank you, Rebecca. Lots of love to you too. I adore my friends. She's one of my friends that was one of my first subscribers. She's been with me a long time. And she is a dear, beautiful starseed soul. Okay, does anybody want to call me? I got to shake this off. Call me. I was pretty sure that Jen was going to pop in our chat, but she must be too busy working. Whew. I hate getting emotional, y'all. But I'm a Cancerian, so I can't help it. It just happens. Hi, Mike. My work husband. My favorite Libra, next to Savannah. Shoo-wee. Got my waterworks going. Okay. What do you think? Anybody want to ask me anything? Ask me in the chat if you want. Talk to me. Say something. I can't just sit here wiping tears, y'all. I'm going to have to call for makeup. Makeup! I need my powder puff. She's not even listening. Tech support is my makeup. Where is tech support? She's usually in the chat. Oh, she was in the chat earlier. Well, just long enough to tell me she could hear me. I don't know where she went. Fuck. Phoo-wee. So you guys be sure to tune in for our Beyond the Veil show this evening. Well, I mean, it's not going to be live, but it should be uploaded hopefully by 9. So tune in for that. We're going to compare a lot of the old great cases like Billy Myers case and the Friendship Group, also known as the W56, with like Valiant Thor and his team, and see what the common threads are. Yeah, Krista, you can call in. Oh, there's my tech support. I see her now. And tomorrow is Monday Madness with Jen and Missy. And we've got some very interesting things to share tomorrow. Very interesting. Indeed. Indeed. Oh, hey, Mike, if you're still there, I was practicing my Indian accent today so that we can have our little accent thing, and I can do the Indian with you. I was practicing. So that I can talk Indian too. I love doing accents. They're so fun. I'm going to smoke a cigarette, y'all. I done got myself worked up. Miss Krista, if you want to call in, give me a ring. The phone number is pinned in the top of the chat. He said, oh my goodness. He can't wait for Thursday. I can't wait for Thursday. I laugh and laugh and laugh when we do our Thirsty Thursday show. Don't look, Jen. Oh my God. She watched that last show and then she called me and she's like, girl, you all are so crazy. You're such a hoot. And I told on us to Missy, Mike. I told on us, even though she doesn't watch Thirsty Thursdays. She doesn't watch our show, but I told on us anyway. Huh?
I hear your side. I just don't hear Mike.
Yeah, she can hear me talking. She just can't hear what Mike says. Because she's right through the wall from me when she's sleeping. And sometimes I'm loud. Sometimes. Only sometimes. All right, we're going to give it about 15 more minutes. And if nobody calls in, then I'm going to go ahead and end the live because we have a 7 o'clock for Beyond the Veil. And I got to get some supper. Sometimes more than others. What? I'm loud? Oh, yeah, that's true. That's totally true. Totally true. I can be loud, but I can also be quiet. I just don't like to whisper. Oh, I didn't even see that. Becky said she feels so excited right now. And she's not sure. That's a song. I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control. I'll stop singing now. Mike sings with me. Missy won't sing with me, Mike. Well, she does, but she whisper sings. So you can't hear nothing. So I'm basically just singing by myself. And she's lip syncing, right? Mike sings with me. Who is sending me messages? Oh, you're right. That's not my same Becky. That's a new Becky. Tech support just messaged me to say, wrong Becky, Mom. My apologies. I just saw Rebecca. Wasn't even looking at the last name. You're right. This is a new Becky. Do you call yourself Becky or are you Rebecca? You sang it in your Indian voice just now. Mike, you've got to sing to me in Indian. I love it. I love it so much. Hello, Miss New Rebecca. My apologies that I thought you were the old Rebecca. Welcome. And I hope to be your good friend too. Usually Beck. I like that. Tech support says, I've been exposed. You're an Aussie? Oh, I love your accent. That's one I cannot perfect. I can't do an Aussie accent very good, but I love them. I love, love, love the Aussie accent. Love it. It's part of why I like watching Ross Coulthart on what is it? News Nation? Is it News Nation that he's on? I think it is because I love his accent, and he's kind of hot for an old guy. I mean, don't tell him I said that because I don't really know how old he is. I'm just assuming, I guess. I shouldn't do that. But he's cute. He's got that Sean Connery kind of debonair look to his salt and pepper hair. Aw, thank you. Laura Rose, I love your name. Laura Rose. That is beautiful. Thank you, tech support. Hello, look at us. We've got Polish in the house, Aussie in the house. I'm loving it. What's up, everybody? Ola. Is it Ola? Is that how you say your name? Ola? Or can I say hola? Because I like that too. It sounds most mysterious. Hola. I love it. Welcome to all of you. Now, if only Mike would call in and sing to us, everything would be perfect, right? And he can sing in his Indian voice, even though he's not Indian. But he does very good impersonations. Look at this. We have a Persian Iranian. Alexandra. Oh, that's beautiful. I love it. Welcome to all of my international friends. I am so honored that you are here. Persian. I love that. Ross is 68. He's a Virgo. Well, you just ruined it for me. I'm just playing. Cancerians and Virgos don't make good couples, though. You live in Canada? Well, you're not far from me then. I'm in Indiana. That's not terribly far. It's not. It's not like Iran. Iran is like way far from Indiana, you know? And I like Canadians too. I have family that live in Canada. It's a beautiful country. Ross is 68 though. That blows my mind. He looks hella good for 68. Hella good. That's awesome. Becky's here now. Where is Becky here now? Bella just said Becky's here.
Yeah, she's the one who told you Ross was 68.
She's doing what?
She's the one who told you Ross was 68.
She's the one that told. Oh my God, she is the one that told me that he's. See, I need better glasses for my glasses. No, I need new glasses.
Another new one too.
I'm sorry. I just saw Rebecca and I'm thinking I'm talking to the same old Rebecca over here again. I need to read the whole word, the whole name. My apologies. Hi, Becky. And hello. Oh, this is my new friend, Ascension to 5D. I'm sorry I don't remember your real name though. All right, you have a great day. Oh, thank you. Be safe. Many blessings. Have a good day at work. I guess it is morning there, isn't it? Isn't that crazy? This time stuff messes me up. Glasses for my glasses. I know I'm a dingy blonde sometimes. It happens. Hey, Heidi. I love seeing everybody. Y'all making my heart warm. Oh, wow. Thank you very much. You were binge watching, huh? I got a lot of videos. Allie, we do need to chat sometime. I know that's what you said on the comments when I said that we need to connect and be friends. We do need to chat.
Laura Rose wants to know if there's any updates on our collective ascension and what stage are we in now?
Oh, well, we're kind of in the home stretch, actually, with our collective ascension. We're doing really well, despite what some negative Nancy's want to say about it. And no offense to anybody named Nancy, that's just my little term. Um, but yeah, we're actually in the home stretch on it. We're doing really good. Honest to goodness, this past month, really just since Charlie Kirk died, and I know that's a trigger word for a lot of people, but it's a fact that there's a lot of people that suddenly wanted to come back to this Christ consciousness way of being. It was a real tipping point. It was a real turning point for the collective. Um, we actually have done some shows about this on Beyond the Veil, my beautiful team of psychic friends, and it's really headed in a great direction. We've gained so much momentum that we're literally at that point now where nothing can stop us. Nothing can stop us. Who's a Libra? Ross? Oh, see, now I love him. I love Libras. Libras are so fun. They're good people. I have lots of friends that are Libras. Lots and lots of Libra friends and family. Hey, Angela. Thank you so much. I appreciate you greatly. We're happy to have you here. Right, Heidi. Yeah, I mean, it really did crack a lot of people open. It really did. It was a game changer. And I'm sorry for his passing, and I'm sorry for his family's loss. But for humanity as a whole, that energy got transmitted into something really beautiful. Really, really beautiful. So, yeah, it's incredible. It's really incredible the change that has taken place and the amount of lights that started shining and blanketing our world. It's really beautiful. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate that. Okay, Allie, you be careful. Have a great day. Thank you for being here. Yeah, find me on Facebook so that we can be friends and we can talk. Like all of my links are in my video descriptions, except the lives because I'm not very good at remembering to do that. And on the website too. If you go to the website, up at the top right corner, there's a Facebook link. You can hit that and find me real easy so that we can talk and be friends. comes back to balance for sure. Yeah, that's right. That's right. His energy got transmuted back and spread out across so many people. Oh, I have chills too. Whew, I got chills from that. Yeah, that's a powerful statement. And I feel like it's 100% authentically true. I'm so excited for our future. I even though I've always known that the plan was that we would head toward this evolution of ascension and higher consciousness and stuff, but there have been a lot of times in my 53 years of life that I really didn't know how we were going to ever pull that off. Some of humanity really blows my mind. And I'll just leave it at that. It's mind blowing and appalling. At times, it's absolutely appalling. Yeah, I agree. Authenticity is the best medicine. And we do have to keep our compassion. And that is challenging at times, but we can rise above it and not let anyone dim our light. Absolutely. Okay. So I'm gonna, oh, maybe we have a call. Hello?
Hi, this is Karen Berg. I have a session booked for 4:30. I thought it was
Oh, okay. It's that for today? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's a Zoom meeting and I think it's for 9:30 my time. What time zone are you in? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that should be right. Yeah. Yes. 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 Uh-huh. Did you not get one yet? Okay. Okay. Well, I'm actually doing a live show right now, so I will get that sent to you. No, that's fine. Totally fine. But yeah, I will send you that link. Sometimes my website is stupid and it don't send the link automatically. But I will make sure it gets to you before we meet tonight. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm glad you called to clarify. No problem at all. I look forward to talking to you. All right. All right. Bye. Well, it was a call, but not for the show. So there you go. You just got to tune in and watch me handle my business. I hope you don't mind. But yeah. Look, my little tech support. Kelly will be finished with this call really quickly. She's so cute. And for all of you new people that don't understand, tech support is my 10-year-old child, and she is my amazingly savvy tech support. That's why that's her name, because she helps me do all my editing and everything. She's, kids these days, they're raised in all of this video stuff, and I don't have a clue about a lot of it. Updates on Three Eye Atlas. Okay, so um, you should actually watch the podcast that we do called Beyond the Veil, the one titled Three Eye Atlas. My team of psychics and remote viewers, we actually looked into Three Eye Atlas, and interestingly enough, um, well, first I'll say, interestingly enough, even the next couple of shows sort of segued right back to Three Eye Atlas and its message, but basically it's an observation deck, if you will, where it's coming past us and sort of checking the temperature of the collective consciousness, see where we're at. Personally, I feel like this is the custodians who are checking or checking in to see where we're at and how we're doing, prior to this solar flash that's going to happen. We're already being really bombarded, is the word I'm going to use, by solar energy and cosmic energy all at the same time. And then you've got eclipses and full moons and Mars in retrograde, Mercury retrograde, and all kinds of things going on that add to it. So it's a lot of thick energy that's coming in, and it's really important to stay grounded. But Three Eye Atlas is here checking where we are in our collective consciousness evolution to see if we're ready. Because if we are ready, lots of really amazing, beautiful things are going to happen. Not only are we going to survive a pole shift and not have cataclysms across the whole world, but we also get initiated into the cosmic family at that point, which I'm really, really looking forward to them being able to come here and show themselves on a daily and not have to worry and not have to cloak themselves from certain entities and beings that would just as soon wage war rather than have them here. So lots of really great things are happening with the Three Eye Atlas, and nothing dangerous. There's not anything dangerous about it. Now, some would maybe call it a spaceship, but I don't really know that it's a spaceship per se. I don't feel like there's actual occupants on board, just the capability for them to see us from the tracking and technical systems that are on the craft, if you will. So, yeah, I hope I answered that. Yes, all of the astrological energy too. Absolutely. Like there's so many things are factoring in right now because we've got the cosmic energies, we've got the solar energies, we've got the moon energy, we've got planetary alignment energy, we've got comets that affect us, all kinds of things. Meteor showers even affect us, our emotions and stuff. Excuse me. So yeah, it's like we're kind of getting slapped from every direction, and you got to be able to really stay grounded. And sometimes that's hard, sometimes that's really hard. Like my little girl, she woke up this morning and she was like, I don't know what's wrong with me today. I just feel like I'm in a bad mood and I don't even know why. She just needed to ground herself because she's very intuitive. She's a Pisces, so she's very sensitive. And she just needed to ground herself and get balanced again in this energy, because it's difficult for all of us, regardless of what age we are. Some people are even feeling real physical effects of all of this different astrological bombardment. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm glad that I answered that for you. But it's definitely feels icky sometimes, but we'll get through it. What did I just see here that I wanted to reply to? You have 3 daughters. I technically I have 4 daughters and 3 sons because I have 7 kids. My oldest one is 36 and my youngest one is 9. Yep, you definitely got tapped in for sure. Scorpio in the house, another water sign. Love my Scorpios too. I have a lot of good Scorpio friends, and my brother that just passed away last year was a Scorpio, and he was like my best friend. Next to Missy, of course. She's my Leo. She roars. She roars like a lion. But yeah, we're definitely all getting like tag your it tapped in for sure. For sure. Tech support wants to know, how is everyone on this wonderful day? Well, I can't speak for anyone else, but I'm doing pretty well today. Yeah, the more kids, the merrier. I love children. Like, I absolutely adore children and babies. Like, I just can't get enough of babies. So clearly, I had a lot of baby fever in my life, right? Because I had 7 of them. Ola's a Cancerian too. I'm a Cancerian. And we can seriously be overly sensitive sometimes. That's our hardest lesson, is how to not be so sensitive, find the balance in it, and also to not be so giving that we forget to give to ourselves too, because that's a really hard lesson, or at least it was for me. Yeah, go with the flow kind of day. I homeschool too. That's awesome, Heidi. I love that. Homeschool's the way to go. Kids don't have any limitations on how much or what they can learn, and they just soak it up like a sponge. I've homeschooled my kids for 20 something years. I don't even know for sure how long. But yeah, I've homeschooled all of them except for the first one. She didn't want to have it. By the time I started homeschool, she was already a young teenager in middle school and didn't want to lose her friends and her, social status and stuff. So I let her stay in public school, but the rest of my kids were homeschooled. My 2 youngest ones have never stepped foot inside of a public school. They wouldn't know that life if it slapped them upside the head. They wouldn't even know how to react. Aw, I'm glad you found me too, Evelyn. Also a Cancerian? Or are you saying that Cancerians are intuitive? Because they are. All the water signs are fairly easily intuitive. They just have to learn to trust it. Like with me, I knew when I was young that I could see dead people, but when they started talking to me, I was like, nah, I ain't telling nobody you said that. They gonna think I'm crazy. But some of them are pushier than others. And they don't let up. They're relentless. So then you finally have to tell people, even if you sound crazy. And I'm glad I did now, because it really taught me a lot about how to trust my own intuition and my own gifts, and help a lot of people, because it's amazing. It's really a blessing to be able to channel for others and give those messages of closure and healing that so many people desperately need, and they don't know how to reach those people on the other side now. So that's probably like my most favorite thing to do as a service to others, is to offer them channeling, even pets. And cool fun fact, my friend Jen lost her cat like over a year ago, and called me on a Sunday while I was doing one of these lives and asked me if I would try to tune into her cat and find it and see if it's alive or not anymore. And he was alive, and I tuned right into him, and I told her how to find him, and within 3 days she had her cat back. Like, she had found him that evening, but within 3 days she had managed to make the arrangements to go and get him and bring him home, and she's had him ever since. So we can even channel the living, because we have that quantum entanglement. We have that connection to everyone. So I think that's a really, really beautiful, cool attribute and service to others. I think it's really awesome. Went through a scary period with the whole medium thing, finally just at peace with it. It is an energy interpretation. You're right. That's all it is. It's nothing to be afraid of. It's not demonic like some people want to think. Like there's too many paranoid people in the world. But it's not evil, it's not scary. I mean, it can be a little scary at first. Yeah. You're and you even will like question your own sanity, right? And your own base of reality and stuff. But for me, it, my cousin Missy and me ending up together was a real blessing and a lesson for me to learn how to trust that so that she could have the healing that she needed and I could have the courage and the confidence that I needed to trust it, you know, to be able to have that voice for spirit when others don't know how to hear them. And now she's learning how to hear him. So that's pretty awesome too, because soon he can leave me alone. I'm just playing. I'm just playing because he's a real hoot. He's a real character. Even in his ghost form, he's still that same funny character. He just is full of humor and laughs all the time. And if anybody's wondering who I'm talking about, Missy's my cousin. We live together, and he is her deceased husband. She's a widow. So, yeah, I will be really glad when she can hear everything that he is saying so that she can enjoy and appreciate his humor still being there as much as I do. 100%. Yeah, Hollywood did make it scary. Those movies, man, they can really get in your brain and wreck you. They totally wreck you. Oh, Eveline said she was talking about me. Yeah, I'm a Cancerian. All right, guys. It was really, 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 really lovely to talk to all of you. But I have got to get some supper before I do this next show. I have like an hour and 15 minutes before I do this next show. So I'm going to let you go. Many blessings and love. Dr. Ace, you're always late, but God love you. Thank you for being here. I love your face. Mwah. Dr. Ace. Yes, absolutely better late than never because I'm glad to see you. But yeah, I've been on for a little while. Um, I started at 4 today. I started kind of late. It's been a go with the flow kind of day. But yeah, I need to go ahead and go so that I can get some supper in me before doing my next show. But I love all of you. I thank you very much for being here. Thanks for putting up with me being weepy and teary-eyed earlier. Dr. Ace, you'll have to watch the replay so you can get caught up with everything, but that's okay because I know you will. And then you'll text me or call me later. And I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you all again so much for being here. You just don't know how much the beautiful comments and the new subscribers mean to me. I mean, you've just really touched my heart in ways that I can't even express with words. But hopefully, I'll be able to show you and send that back to you with much love in the coming future. And yeah, I'm so excited that so many people are here that are international. I just love that. I'm just over the moon about it. I can't wait to talk to you all more. So yeah, I'll see you again soon. Love and blessings to all of you. It is coming, Dr. Ace. It is.